Good afternoon. My name is Bridget Sweat, and I am the creator of the Clarion Press. It is a publishing company, a name that was suggested that I use by the Ascended Master Saint Germain. And with that in mind, I have a question that is literary related. I understand that you and a group of others were responsible for the creation of the Shakespearean works. Could you touch on that and why you chose to create such a magnificent work?
It is that there were 9 of us in the court. There were 7 men and 2 women who decided to, in the beginning, write some satire about what was going on in the court. And it is that we knew that if the king or the queen were to find out who had written the work, we would probably lose our heads. And so we gave credit to Will Shakespeare, who was an illiterate holder of the horses at the local tavern. He had never been outside of Stratford-on-Avon, and it is that he really had no knowledge whatsoever of what was going on. So, tongue-in-cheek, we gave the credit to William Shakespeare. But it is that there were those who were really desirous to give a greater information. And so the works became more technical. And it is that my desire in all of it was to encode the works with spiritual value. So, very much as the master book, the Bible, was edited by I and several others so that the King James Version would not lose all of its truth. It is that the Shakespearean works were encoded with energy and information so that if someone reads them with an open heart, they will find that there are messages there that will move their life very much as if they read the Bible.
Thank you.
I was the unseen presence at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and I was the errant farmer that wandered in and sat with Jefferson when he was putting the finishing touches. And it is that I gave advice, I made a few points, and then I left after some excellent conversation, leaving him wondering who in the world I was and where I came from. How could a man of the earth have such a knowledge of higher political understanding or higher spiritual information? Indeed.
Indeed. Um, my final question, and more on a more poignant note, what role are the Ascended Masters playing in these times of transition as we move closer into 2012? And what would you say to the world in these times?
If you could see how we are with you, it would comfort you and probably terrify you. It would comfort you because you are absolutely never alone, and there are many who believe they are. They believe that if something difficult occurs in their life, it is a personal affront. There are those who actually believe that if it rains too much, God is punishing them. But it is that we are constantly with you in the ways of love. But for the very same reason that you have played this game of separation, which was to gain freedom from the parental aspects of God, there are still the tendencies for the egos and the mind to fight what the masters would attempt to bring, even though we are very clear we cannot enforce it upon you. And so it is. We are omnipresent. We are on the battlefields of the world. We are in the places where intentions are being set in the highest and greatest of good. We are with those that might call themselves the smallest of people, and we are with those who believe they are the greatest. And the truth of it is, we see none as greater or lesser. We see all of you as magnificent. We see all of you as divine. You're moving toward the year 2012, the end of illusion. The Mayan calendar is going to cease functioning, and it is that the word Maya means illusion. It is a time from now to the latter part of 2012 that you will be moving into conscious living. And because that is a necessity, it would appear that more and more people are descending into unconsciousness. More and more people are involved with drugs and alcohol. The sale of drugs, whether they are prescription or whether they are street drugs, is overwhelming. And it is the egoic attempt, in human vernacular, we would say the last-ditch effort to maintain the old ways, but the old ways are simply collapsing all around you. And there's a great fear, a hue and cry among the people that the world is coming to an end. And yes, masters, as you have known it, but it isn't dying. It is redirecting. And ascension is an open gate for an accelerated awareness. Even those who are attempting, by most dramatic measures, to avoid being conscious are finding that clarity meets them in the most unusual ways and places. And so the most startling revelations can come through a fog. And it is that, yes, humanity loves having brilliant ideas and then descending into unconsciousness again and saying, see, it didn't work. But the truth of it is that you are accelerating at such a dynamic speed, and your fear, your doubt, your pressure, your chaos in these times are all magnificent indicators of change. You cannot stay the same. You cannot remain to function in complacency. And therefore, every day, every human being, no matter what their station or their status, is being called to greater clarity. Indeed.
Indeed. Thank you for your time.
And so it is, beloved Master. It is our honor to serve you.
Thank you.